So I think we're all caught up in the world of Logan and Parker.
Yeah. I don't have a new job. Right. Just you. Working and living.
Yeah, I hear you. I've applied for a couple jobs out in LA this time out when I was on the road. Just found a couple cool ones online. I was like, I'm not going to let that pass me by. So we'll see how that goes.
Give it a go. You won't know if you don't try.
Yeah, exactly. So next topic. Anybody else think that Facebook things that's going around now are stupid? Somebody said they want to make out. Can you tag them so I find them? Like, oh my God.
Those are the freaking worst. They drive me insane. That's how you lose friends. I will unfriend you. I'm not afraid. Don't post that shit. God, it's dumb. That's worse than clickbait, I believe.
Yeah, it's and they're not even that clever.
They're not funny.
Right?
No, there's like
and
tag Adam because I'm looking for him and it's some redneck lady. I'm like, that's stupid and it makes you look bad.
They're not clever. No. Right? And the people that are like don't have to worry about it, people like weird names like Byzantine. Like if your name is Byzantine Parker, like
Jeff with a J.
J or a G?
G. I said J. J's weird too. Jeff's weird. Jeffs are weird.
Jeffs are weird.
All Jeffs.
Any Jeffs listen.
You heard it here first.
Question: if there is a Jeff that watches this, that's like the GEOF Jeffrey. When you go by Jeff, do you do GEOFF or do you just do JEFF? Let us know because I was wondering about that.
It's still weird either way. Geoff.
Huh?
Geoff.
Geoffrey. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna name my son Byzantine Parker. That's got a good ring to it. I'll push him into a military career.
Yeah. He can be Commander Byzantine.
Commander Byzantine Parker. Or General
Byzantine.
Rear Admiral Byzantine Parker.
That's how you get a war named after you, or a battle, or a medal. The Byzantine medal.
He better lose an eye in combat.
Or a hand.
If your name is Admiral Byzantine Parker, Commander Byzantine, whatever, you need an eye patch.
Eye patch. Maybe missing a finger or two.
Like a pinky, but not even from combat. You lost it in a poker match in Hanoi.
Yep. You have 3 children in Taiwan. Different mothers.
Oh man.
Yep.
Yeah, those are so dumb. You know who I really feel sorry for though? Is like the girls in those pictures.
Oh yeah.
Like that their friends are posting those pictures. Like they're seeing that on their Facebook page. They know right now we're just collectively making fun of them.
Oh no! What if that's a real wanted ad that those girls posted? We don't know. What if?
What if they're really looking for an Adam?
Yeah.
Adam. You need to. What is it? Google reverse image search.
Who's that girl? Yeah, find her.
Looking for you.
She wants you, man. It's true love. You don't find true love these days like that anymore.
True love, baby. Sorry, I've been on a real Father John Misty kick here lately.
That happens sometimes.
You listen to Father John Misty?
Every once in a while. Comes up on a playlist.
I love Father John Misty. I'll just sit and shuffle all this stuff.
Nice.
He was also in, what's that band? Fleet Foxes. Didn't know that.
Never heard of it.
They got that song Mykonos, Mykonos. I don't know. That's their one song I can think of. They got a couple other ones, but I can't remember the other ones.
Okay.
I like them. I'm not a huge fan. They're like Jimmy Eat World. Everybody knows they exist. Nobody really knows what they play other than like one song.
I'll add that to my long list of suggestions from Parker. It grows every day. I'm so far behind.
Yeah, I got a very diversified taste in things. So, yeah, if you're posting those dumb Facebook things, please stop.
And clickbait. Quit with that crap, too. This is how you get viruses. And your Facebook gets hacked. Yeah.
Okay. No, I used to be against... I used to be against clickbait, but there are some places that are getting clever with it now.
Yeah, I know. It'd be like a fake news studio. I'm like, oh, this is from a... No, it's not.
No,
got
I
me.
mean like when I mean interesting, I mean good.
Really?
There's one going around. It's like interesting history, and it's totally clickbait. It's like the list style thing, but it's all like interesting facts about people. Like I was reading one the other day, how every president had died.
Yeah.
Franklin Pierce, who was on one of the dollar presidential coins, that short-lived campaign that they did, he died of cirrhosis. He was apparently a terrible alcoholic.
Cool.
But he was also, man, he was a looker. Like, if you get a chance, look up what Franklin Pierce actually looked like. I don't know if he's a president from way back when or a guy I could have met in New York.
Could have been anything.
Like, he was one of those guys. Like, people take was it young Stalin?
Yeah.
Like, he was a looker when he was a kid. Franklin Pierce, dude, looks, this haircut that I wear, the parted to the side with it coming down over the face a little bit, Franklin Pierce rocked that back in like the 1700s.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was, he was also a terrible racist.
Well, you can't win everything.
I mean, back in that day, kind of everybody was. I mean, I think we all have a grandparent that was terribly racist in the 2000s. So
still alive. Yeah.
Well, all my grandparents have passed. So none of my racist grandparents are still alive. So, and I don't speak ill of the dead. I don't speak ill of the dead, but they were there. I think all of them might have been a little bit. I don't know. Yeah. So, but speaking of presidents, man, we stopped filming at the wrong time, man. There was a presidential election going on.
I know.
Had such good content.
Oh yeah, that was a. What do you think on that?
Man, first of all, I'm going to preface everything I'm about to say with this disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
I'm a libertarian. Disclaimer done. I hated both candidates.
Who didn't?
I think that they're both fascist assholes. I voted for Gary Johnson because I was hoping we'd get that 5% mark to get major party status in the United States, which we did not, I don't think.
I'm sure it was closer than it's ever been, this election.
Yeah, it was. It was the highest turnout for...
There are so many people that, like, I hate Trump and I hate Hillary, but they're like, I'm going to have to pick one because nobody picks third party, and if all those undecided voters would have got together... It could have been totally different.
Yeah, but I will say this, though. I voted for him not because I wanted him to be the president. God forbid he became president. I'm a libertarian, and he was kind of a moron.
It's kind of wild.
There were some interviews that he did, and it was almost like he got lost looking for the bathroom and wandered on stage and just went with it. Like,
I'm gonna join this interview.
And in all fairness, people gave him crap about the whole Aleppo comment, but how many of you knew what Aleppo was? That was the name of the town where the violence was going on in the ISIS-controlled territory. Nobody. You knew there was a new town being hit. I get that. Now, that weird tongue thing that he did with the NBC interview where he started just giving answers while biting his tongue. Could you not be in his field?
I didn't see that. I saw the one where he faked the heart attack.
Yeah, he's a little weird. I think the Libertarian Party needs to find somebody that's pretty solid. And I get that he's got this reputation of being a great Libertarian governor, and that's fine. There's a big step up from being governor to being president. Now, talking to governors, we got rid of ours in North Carolina, which is interesting. So, Pat McCrory was the governor. I didn't like him for numerous reasons. A lot of people made a big deal about the House Bill 2 thing. I couldn't care less about that. My problem with him was the way that Duke Power, his former employer, got away with fucking up an entire watershed with when a couple of the coal ash pits ruptured and weren't required to pay for the entire cleanup. At that point, you sold out the people of the state who elected you to your former employer. So
Yep.
you sold out the people that you actually had a responsibility to your sugar daddy, and I was not okay with. But yeah, no, the interesting part about all of that, though, is that the state overwhelmingly voted for Trump. But we voted in a Democratic governor, Roy Cooper. So we'll see how that goes.
Interesting.
Yeah, I saw an article the other day. Apparently McCrory's going up to Washington to something to do with the Trump's transition team. I was like, look, man, if I was Trump, I would kind of like take a look at the fact that our state voted him out when they voted Trump in, and say, maybe this isn't the guy that we want to be affiliated with. Because you got to think, for that to happen, he didn't just piss off undecided Democrats. That was going to be a given, the Democrats. But he pissed off the undecideds, and then obviously pissed off a good chunk of Republicans.
Yeah, his whole freaking party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of McCrory's. He always seemed to have other people's interests ahead of the people's.
Yeah.
I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, you can't do that if you're going to be a public figure. That's
yeah. But yeah, man, this whole political season has been weird. I tell you what I hate, and this was part of the inspiration, tell you guys right now, part of the inspiration for this whole return to civility thing that we were trying to do. Political correctness became a partisan issue, which to me makes no sense, because I don't think that, personally, I think that people are confusing being nice, polite, decent human beings with being politically correct.
right.
Okay, and I can understand where some people would be really upset and really hate the idea that you have to walk on eggshells around people. But there is a difference in being polite and a decent human being and being politically correct. Being politically correct, I think, is pushing that politeness, dialing that up to like 110 to accommodate people. When the majority of what people say is political correctness is just being a decent human being.
Yeah.
So that was kind of one of my inspirations, this drawing. And I know I mentioned it in the video that we posted earlier this week, or I guess last week now, about that was something, there was this feeling that I had about things, and I couldn't pinpoint it. It wasn't until recently I figured it out, but that was it. This thing is, it's not, that should not have been a partisan issue. Being a decent human being should not be a political issue that you run a campaign on.
Yeah, exactly.
That should be a given thing. Speaking of partisan issues, I don't know if you've read, apparently the CIA and the FBI and the NSA are fighting right now.
No. What about?
Russia. So the CIA and the NSA have both released reports that they have conclusive evidence that Russia has interfered with the electoral process in the United States.
Really?
And the FBI is sitting there going, oh, no, it's not. It's not it at all. But now we have, it's becoming a partisan issue. You have two security agencies sitting here telling us Russia has interfered with the elections in America somehow. I don't know the exact details. But you've got this coming out of two of the highest intelligence organizations in the United States, which begs.
So the NSA and the
point.
CIA is saying it's been compromised, and FBI saying it's not.
Yeah, and so now
I would figure the NSA and CIA would have more information than the FBI would on this topic.
You would think. A lot of people are speculating that it's just a sign that the FBI has been compromised as well to suit politically partisan things. I don't want to comment on that because I can't say one way or the other.
Right.
I know that's what people are saying, but there's a fight. And then now, so you've got, obviously the Republicans and Trump are going to sit there and say, like, oh, this is bull. There's nothing to this. They're just making it up, because it draws into fire the legitimacy of his presidency. But and I didn't like him when he ran for president, but John McCain is leading like a group of partisan. It is a bipartisan group of Congress people that are like, hey, look, we don't care who won or who lost. The fact of the matter is, our elections were compromised. Now, there's no precedent of this in the United States that we know of. So how you move forward, or how this affects the election that's already happened, we've never had to deal with this before. Mm-hmm. What we do need to look at, though, and you know, I don't think that you could have a fair, like, do another election and it'd be fair. No. And it's unconstitutional. It was ran, it was done, it was over with. I do think, however, that it's time that we start looking at protections and securing our elections. I don't think that voter fraud is an issue like a lot of people think that it is. I think that election fraud is the issue. Not where people are voting twice or whatever, but where you have, you know, ballot stuffing and you know, rogue malware in the electronic voting machines that are changing votes. I think that that's something that we need to look at. I don't think that we should just take these things on face value.
Also, yeah, a lot of people are saying that just the Electoral College is outdated too, as well. People want to.
I don't agree with that at all.
So a lot of people heard about that.
And I get where they're coming from, right? So Hillary Clinton won the popular vote by 2.5 million votes, but overwhelmingly lost the Electoral College. Here is why I'm okay with the Electoral College. If you had just by popular vote, right? Mm-hmm. The people in LA, New York, Atlanta, Chicago, Denver, you know, the major metropolitan areas,
right.
Major cities that tend to lean liberal would steamroll the election.
Yeah, every time.
Every time.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So by having an electoral college, I think it makes it fair. I do not, however, agree with the way that the votes are distributed. And I had a conversation. I am a libertarian. I tend to lean a little more liberal because I'm a libertarian. I have a very hardcore conservative friend of mine that I had a conversation with Facebook on about the electoral college system. Mm-hmm. And this is kind of the way that I think this should happen. You want to, and I get what, so once again, the electoral college is there to protect the people in rural areas who tend to be more conservative, to make sure that really the president represents the whole of America instead of just major metropolitan areas.
Right. Makes sense.
I get that. But the way that the system is set up now, it creates those same flaws on a smaller level because those people still control the entirety of the state. Case in point, California gets 55 electoral votes. 36% of the population there voted for Trump. Hillary got all 55 electoral votes. Mm-hmm. How is that fair to almost 40% of that population? I think that we should divide that the state's electoral vote should be given proportional to how the popular vote turned out.
Right.
And you have that reverse problem in Texas. I think Texas gets 47 or 48 electoral votes. And then that one was a little bit more severe. It was like 59% voted for Trump and 41% voted for Hillary, and all 47 of those electoral votes went to Trump. You're still silencing the majority. If your reason for leaving that, you're going to sit there and use the logic of, well, it protects the citizens to keep a few from steamrolling them. Mm-hmm. I understand that, but we should look at the way that that's still happening in the system. So I think that the way to fix that would be to, step one, is get rid of the first past the post election system.
Right.
Where it's the majority wins. I think we put in an instant runoff system where you tally, when you go to vote, you put your favorite candidate, second favorite, however. Because, and I already did the math. I have a spreadsheet where I looked at how this would all turn out. If you do them up proportionally, no one can get that 270 to be the president.
Right.
Because when you start breaking it up proportionally based on the popular vote, then you start having third candidates getting electoral votes here and there, and it throws the whole system off. So I think we get rid of first past the post and go to an instant runoff system. And then I think that we should either the states should either have their electoral votes distributed proportionally based on the electoral vote, or a modified system of the way that they do in Nebraska and Maine. I don't know if you looked at Maine. Maine was split. The way they do there, 2 electoral votes go to the overall state winner, and then
minutes.
Has it really?
Yeah. Or it's been like 36.
Oh, we can.
Or 40.
You can cut this. You can cut this down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Nebraska and Maine, 2 votes go to the overall winner in the state. 1 goes to each of the congressional districts, which sounds all fine and good, but coming from North Carolina, who's had like 4 lawsuits in the past year over the gerrymandering of our districts and having to redraw those districts 4 times, gerrymandering is obviously a problem. So instead, my solution is this: 2 votes for this overall state winner. The rest are distributed proportionally based on who won the popular vote. That would make the Electoral College line up to the original design of Congress, where Senate was there to represent the states and the House of Representatives to represent the people. Just an idea I think that we need to look at.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe I should run for Congress.
I don't know, run for something.
We could call it the Parker Amendment. That'd be great. I'd legally change my first name to Byzantine.
Byzantine Parker. Congressman Byzantine.
Parker Amendment. That just sounds like I'm trying to be the emperor.
Yeah.
So, 36 minutes. Do you want to keep going or call it quits?
I call it quits. I gotta go get ready for a party.
Fair enough. Oh, and you're an hour away from me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's
oh
5
man, it's only,
here.
Yeah, it's only 4 here.
Yeah.
So, I guess we just had a lot to say. It's been building up, man.
Yeah, I know. It's been a couple of weeks.
Under pressure. Yeah. So, I will say this, guys, before we sign off for this episode. I know in the video that we put up a couple days ago that I said, you get a video every Sunday. I lied to you. You're not getting one every Sunday. We're going to try to make it every Sunday.
Get used to it.
It's not always going to work. I do lie a lot. So I think that what we're going to end up doing is trying to get them out sometime around Sunday. This video is obviously being recorded on a Monday and probably up Tuesday. I don't know if you'll get it done tonight. I don't know.
No, I'm going to be drunk, so...
Tuesday, maybe?
Some other day.
Yeah, okay. So there you have it. We're going to try to get a regular show up once a week. It'll try to be around Sunday. It might be Friday, might be Saturday, maybe Tuesday. I think we need to at least try to have it out by Wednesday. I think any later than that, and it's...
I mean, ideal would be to record on like the weekends and we can post on Wednesday. So
we could do that way.
I mean, sometime on the weekend, post something on every Wednesday at least. If not, hey, we'll post something sometime. Something weekly.
I think that we should try to keep it as close to when we record as possible.
Yeah.
So what we talk about is still kind of relevant, especially if we talk about world events. So I don't know. Yep. We'll see how it goes. We're trying, guys. Work with us for a little bit. I don't know when the blogs are going to start, or the personal vlogs. Logan is currently working on us a new intro for those, because as I've always said,
we're calling them one-way vlogs.
Yeah, one-way street. Get it?
Stick with the road. Yeah.
Logan's clever, man. You got to watch that guy. He'll steal your woman and your wallet right out from under your nose. You'll never even know it.
Mm-hmm. That's how Parker lost an eye, and I gained an eye.
This was an accident.
I also took his kidney. I have 3 kidneys. So much boozing.
Wait. Is that how I got that scar back there?
Yeah, I needed 3 kidneys for drinking.
How long have you had that kidney?
When was last Christmas? About a year ago? Yeah.
When I got drunk and slept on the futon on the porch.
Yep. I forgot about that night. Yep, that's when I stole it.
It was like 12 degrees outside.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Regrets. All right, so that's where we're at. We've recorded like 30 minutes. I don't know how much he's going to be able to edit down. This might just be a super long episode as a welcome back. I don't know. Maybe a 2-part thing. I don't know.
We'll see.
Actually, we'll figure it out. So, but yeah, guys, until next time, there's nothing between you but air and opportunity.